It is the 2nd of February. The transfer window has just closed last night. And you might be wondering why we're looking at Borussia Dortmund. Well, we've done a lot of business with Borussia Dortmund in January. They signed Sam Patricola from us for about 2 million. I think it was £2 million plus 50% sell-on. So if he goes to a bigger and better team in the future, or I say bigger and better, if he goes for a reasonable price in the future, we also get 50% of that. We've also sold them to Nino for £3 million plus 50% of the future sales. And we've loaned him back for the season. We didn't do that for Patricola because basically we weren't playing Patricola. We have done it for Tenino because I feel like we kind of need him. It does make me worry about next season when we won't have Lecoq, Tenino and De Beer. So we might need to, in the summer, might be a busy summer, I think. Other than that, we have also sold Oscar Block to FC Frederica for about £6,000. Not a lot of money at all. And we have brought in Sajjad Yusuf, who I mentioned, I think, in the last episode or maybe the previous episode, but he doesn't have a work permit. I would love to loan him out. I'd love to get him out on loan because he's not good enough to play for us now, but maybe if he plays 6 months somewhere else, comes back next season, he might be our number one striker. We might not have a choice. We have also signed another Nigerian defender because that's what we do. We collect Nigerian defensive players. And Duka Jr. has signed from Copenhagen. He was released on a free transfer. I picked him up because I thought he's actually very good, isn't he? He's a very good centre-back. The board were very happy for me to sign him as well. So I think this is good business. And finally, we've also brought in Luke Musikiri, who is a Zimbabwean right winger and striker. I like the look of Musikiri. I don't know whether we're going to get a huge amount of football out of him because we are quite heavily stacked in the striker position and the winger position this season. Maybe next year, Musikiri might get some more football. But obviously, as we are in February, we have still got a long way to go until we play our matches for this episode, which will be Nordsjælland and Viborg. We've played nothing in between matches, in between episodes. In fact, we've lost 5-1 against Casapia. We are currently 4th in the league. Another thing I want to show you before we jump forward towards the end of March is our youth candidates. And yes, they're not in just yet, but this is an excellent intake. This is a terrific group of players coming through and has potential to be a real golden generation for the club, which is good because we get this quite a lot with Esbjerg. We get this a fair few seasons, but we are turning into a better and better team. So having a golden generation as a mid-table Superliga team is much better than a golden generation for a mid-table third-tier team, let's say. So this is a little bit more exciting. It might mean absolute nothing. We might get absolutely nobody as part of this. A good goalkeeper and good fullback seem to be what we're going to be getting, but I have no idea. We could do with a good goalkeeper. Anyway, we're now going to jump forward playing Randers, AGF, Bromby off camera and return for Nordsjælland and Viborg for this episode. Well, this looks like awfully nice reading, doesn't it? We are currently sat second place in the table after 20 games. We've got 2 final games to play of the preliminary phase. However, we're still technically not safe because there is 5 points separating 7th place to 2nd place. As long as we pick up 2 points in the next 2 games, we should be okay, but we have the tendency to balls things up. The reason why we're in this situation is because we've done quite well. We have drawn with Randers, we then beat AGF and we beat Bromby 2-0. Musikiri getting his first goal for the club as well, which is quite nice to see. For the Nordsjælland game then, we are going to go with Ojo in goal. It's going to be Mortensen, De Beer, Junior and Reginaldo in defence. Strunk and Madsen in midfield. Peter Montano, Anderson Yangbo and Antonin Lecoq leading the lines. I think we've got a good bit of depth now. This is something that we've been struggling with, I think, for the last season or so, is depth. We've now got depth. When you look at our subbench where you have Tenino, you have Maya, you have Galdames, you have this man, Valentine, you've got Barry, you've got Larson, you've got Olasema. That's a good subbench. That's a nice, strong subbench. And then even if you scroll down a little bit further and you look at the players who are currently out injured or not even in the matchday squad, when you've got Musikiri, you've got there, Carniero's pretty good, Seka's actually pretty decent as well. So I think we've got a good squad. This is a good situation to be in. So Nordsjælland have been through a tough time in the past couple of seasons. They've come back and they've brought in some very good players. They've got Romario Barrow. Pete with the corner for us towards Reginaldo at the back post. Not sure why they're going for the back post. That's confusing. Reginaldo is fighting Romario Barrow there for the ball. Can't quite get it away from him though. We have nicked it back. Pete plays it on the ground. Montano tries to find somebody. It's fallen for Antonin Lecoq. And Antonin Lecoq makes it 1-0, 10 minutes on the clock. And that should be enough assuming it all stays this way, for us to guarantee ourselves into the championship phase. Free kick for Norgesland in a good position. Ojo makes the save from the headed effort. Is something else going to happen? Ojo's going for a little wander with his purple boots. A lot of players seem to have purple boots in this Football Manager, and I don't know why. Reginaldo's going to go for a run down the wing. Plays it back to Nduka, or Junior, as his name is normally. De Beer forward towards Pete. Doesn't manage to find him. Strunk does find Pete, though. Mortensen. Pete's gone for a run. Tin De Beer. Strunk to Madsen in the middle. Are we going to get ourselves a second chance? Anderson Nyangbo. Frankie Dogbowl loses out. And now Norgesland coming forward. Marquinhos off towards the right-hand side. Reginaldo, superb slide, but doesn't manage to get the ball away from him. Marquinhos is there, and Marquinhos has scored. Well, with that goal, we do drop down into third place in the table, but we are still picking up a point at the moment. And I think, realistically, we're safe, aren't we? Lecoq with the ball. Can he cross in? He's just jumped there. I think that's Sepp van der Berg, former Liverpool player, who, by the way, in this game is ridiculous, and I don't know why he's so good. We might have a penalty. I feel like we're not going to get a penalty. I reckon it's going to be a yellow card for a dive. It is, okay, it's a penalty. Fair enough. It's probably going to be Montano stepping up to take it. I assume that's Montano. I have no idea. Can't tell from this position. It is Montano stepping up to take the penalty. Just about manages to get it past the keeper. We retake the lead. Toku with a corner, and almost Pulkrub with the headed effort goes just over the bar. We're not looking that great. We've had the better chances, but Norgesland have had more of the ball. They've had more shots. They're just playing better than us, and we're kind of getting lucky, which is very rare for us. Normally, we're getting unlucky. It's fallen towards Frankie Dogbowl. Dogbowl's effort is awful. Junior plays it back to Ojo. Back to Junior. Back to Ojo. The two Nigerians passing between the pair of them. Long ball upfield towards Lecoq, but can't manage to find him. And now Norgesland trying to get some space for themselves. We overcommitted defensively. Everybody seemed to rush out, and it is 2-2. I don't know what happened here. Watch the defender. I think it was on the right-hand side, so it's going to be Tin De Beer. The ball comes through, and he just goes for a wander. I don't understand why he went for that at all. Still not quite at half-time. This would be disastrous if Norgesland take the lead in the 45th or 46th minute, maybe. Montano plays the ball towards Lecoq. Nowhere near Lecoq. And now Norgesland can come forward with the ball. We've got 2 minutes of injury time. Anderson's in on goal. Anderson should have scored. Lots and lots of loud vehicles are driving past my house at the moment. It is half-time. It is 2-2. It's been even, but I'd say probably Norgesland have been the better team. I'm going to say I'm not happy. Everybody looked fired up. Reginaldo's on a 6.2 and has a yellow card. I think you're going to come off. We're going to bring on Galdamez. And we're going to do that. We're going to swap over Galdamez and Junior. So Galdamez, he can't play as a left-back. Really, Junior can play as a left-back. When I signed him, wasn't aware that Junior could play as a left-back, but very happy that he can. It's a free kick in a good position, and Junior's the man stepping up to take it. Is he good at free kicks? He's hit the underside of the bar. He's got 14 free kicks. He's not actually terrible at them. Toku with a corner for Norgesland, though. Headed effort goes over the bar. It is very end-to-end. It's a good match for the neutrals. Unfortunately, we are not a neutral. Olofsson with a free kick. Nearly said goal kick. Definitely wasn't a goal kick. We've almost nicked the ball there. I can't really remember who that's going to be. Montano, I guess? Mortensen to Anderson Nyangbo. Strunk plays it to Galdamez. Forward to Madsen. Back to Galdamez. I want to say Chilean. I think he's from Chile, isn't he? Montano keeps it in play. Junior collects it. Galdamez again. Go for a big lump upfield, lad. Finds Tin instead. The PSG youngster. Now Anderson Nyangbo back to Tin. We need to get this ball forward. We're getting put under a lot of pressure here. Strunk's ball finds Montano into the penalty area. Finds Lecoq. Antonin Lecoq scores. We're going to get VAR. And I think he was offside. Nope, he wasn't offside. The goal has been awarded. So then, we have retaken the lead against Norgesland. 2 goals for Lecoq. 1 goal for Montano. 2 assists as well for Montano. Right, time's ticking away. I'm thinking it's time for a little change. We're going to do Nyangbo coming off. Let's bring on Barry. We'll have Bazza up front. Pete and Baz playing there. Lecoq, Montano as well. Do we want to do any more changes? Mortensen's looking like he's struggling. Collins can come on as a right back. Not that I like doing that because he's not a right back. Madsen as well can come off. Tanino can be the one to come on. I think we've still got one more sub to do if we need to do it, and I'm not planning on it at the moment. We are approaching the 90, and I'm just going to press that button there, which is going to do our final change. Mayer's going to come on for Pete on the wing. more of a time-wasting sub. The full-time whistle goes, a 3-2 win against Norgesland. We got extremely lucky, but I don't care. We've picked up the 3 points, and we have qualified for the championship group. So after that round of fixtures, 4 more teams have qualified for the championship group. Norgesland hanging on by a thread. AGF are the other team that could potentially get into that top group. We now need to try and finish second, and I say that because if we finish second, where is it? There's money. We get money if we finish second. So I've still not worked this out fully, but I think 3 times a year, halfway through the preliminary phase, at the end of the preliminary phase, and then at the end of the season, you get paid out depending on what position you currently sit. So if we finish in second place, we will get £1.45 million. I think. I still don't know how this works. If, assuming we were bottom of the table, we'd get £507,000 randomly at the end of the preliminary phase, and also randomly in the middle of it as well. I think that's how it works, but I'm not quite sure if that's true or not. We're going to go forward. We're going to play Viborg now, which is the last game of the preliminary phase, and we kind of need to win just to get a bit, £400,000 extra? That'd be nice. So away from home for the final game against Viborg, it's going to be Ojo, Mortensen, Olisema, De Beer and Reginaldo, Strunk and Madsen, Pete and Montano, Barry and Lecoq leading the lines for this one. I so desperately want Barry to be good. He should be good. He looks good. He just doesn't play well. He scored 1 goal, got 2 assists. He should be scoring some more goals. He's got more goals for bloody Guinea than he has for us. So Viborg have won their last 2 games, which is obviously pretty good for them, but they are outside of the top 6. We have actually won 4 of our last 5 games, which is probably a lot better than it looks, isn't it? That's pretty good. I don't think we've been that good to win 4 of our last 5, but here we are. It is an early highlight, possibly going Viborg's way. Are we going to get there first? We're not going to get there first. Headed effort goes just over the bar, actually hits the bar and goes over. First bullet dodged. It's going to be Tim De Beer with his beard to take the free kick. 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Reginaldo to Madsen. Ball towards Lecoq. Controls it-ish. Mortensen. Is he going to go for goal himself? He does go for goal himself. Barry was there to see if there was anything to pick up afterwards, but it goes wide. So far, we've seen pretty much everything that's happened in this match. Pete collects it. Back to Olisema. Now Tim De Beer. Going to go big lump upfield? Maybe not. Lecoq to Madsen. To Reginaldo. Down the line is Montano. Instead, he's gone forward towards Lecoq. He's lost out, though. And now Viborg can come forward with the ball. Sondergaard goes for a little run. Now Bonda, maybe, could be his name. Olisema clears it. Pete doesn't get there. Still can't get this ball under control. It's going all over the place. Reginaldo with a super tackle, but it's fallen to Clanak. And Clanak makes it 1-0. Probably not his name either. I'm a lot calmer about this match because it doesn't matter if we lose. It would be nice to finish second in the preliminary phase. That would be quite nice. But if we lose the match, we lose the match. End of the day, we're into that final phase and we're not getting relegated. Corner for Viborg. It's Kapralik to take it towards the back post. I think that's hit the bar. It's gone over again. Still 1-0 to Viborg. We've dropped down to 3rd place because Randers have equalised against AAB. De Beer to Strunk. Back to Tim De Beer. Now Madsen. Reginaldo. Halfway through the first half. Lecoq steals the ball away. Madsen, where are you going to go? Tim De Beer. Down the wing. Reginaldo. We seem to focus a lot down the left-hand side, and I don't really know why we do that. I haven't told them to do that. We just seem to do that a lot. Mortensen to Pete on the right-hand side. 2 in the box. Can we get the cross in? Strunk finds Mortensen. That's a superb ball. Montano heads down to Lecoq. Lecoq scores. We're going to get VAR because it wouldn't be an Esbjerg goal if you didn't have VAR. The goal's been awarded because of course it has. The referee, I feel like the referee just wants to watch TV every now and then. So that goal from us actually moves us back up into 2nd place because of results elsewhere, which is surprising. I would have thought somebody else would be winning. Bonda's getting himself a straight red card there for that foul on Barry, and he knows it, and he wanders straight off the pitch. Half time, 1-1, 10 men. We're up against 10 men. Is that good, bad? I'm happy with the performance. Reginaldo's playing awful at the moment. I don't really know what's going on with him. Speaking of, he has a throw, and he's thrown it straight to Adjamang. So maybe Reginaldo needs to be coming off. I don't think Junior's on the bench. He might be. He should be on the bench, to be honest. So maybe we need to look at doing that sub once again. Montano collects it on the left-hand side from Reggie. Can he get his cross in? He does. Lecoq is there. Barry can't gamble quick enough to get on the end of that. We win a corner. It's going to be Pete to take it towards the back post, where we're expecting to see possibly Olisema. It's Reginaldo. Tim De Beer plays it away. Good clearance, lad. That's not what you should be doing. We don't have Junior on the bench. We've got Galdamez. Why is Junior not on the bench? Right, we're going to go with Galdamez. I assume he's left-footed. He can kind of play as a left-back. Not a very attacking left-back, but he can kind of play there. Barry's also coming off. We're going to do Mateo Meyer as well. Meyer has missed a lot of this season and last season through injury. So there's a reason why I'm not playing him every week, even though he's technically probably our second best striker behind Lecoq. That's what I wanted to say. Those are words. We really need to get some highlights in this second half. Randers have taken the lead against AAB, which means we drop down into third place. Lecoq with the ball. Straight pass to a Viborg player. Mortensen forward though. Pete to Strunk, to Madsen. Pete collects this into the penalty area, and what a finish that is from Pete. His 7th goal of the season. That was control with one foot and then a volley with the other one, wasn't it? He's already won like 2 goals of the month as well so far this season. So Strunk goes forward, Madsen dinks it over, Pete controls it with the left, and on the volley with the right hits it past the goalkeeper. That goal is filth. Final 10 minutes of the match. If it stays this way, we finish 2nd place in the group, which is good. It is very good. Randers have taken the lead, although was that earlier on in the day? I imagine that was earlier on. Ojo's come out and absolutely... What are you doing? What are you actually doing, goalkeeper? Ojo will be blamed for that goal because he's a clown. We need a good goalkeeper. We need to get ourselves a good goalkeeper. Just anyone. I feel like any goalkeeper would be better than what we have. We've got a chance in the dying seconds of the game. De Beer to Strunk. Ball forward. Everybody's offside. Absolutely everybody there was offside. It wasn't a highlight. Lund with a goal kick, or free kick even from that offside. If we lose, I'm going to fire Ojo. If we lose straight up, I'm getting rid of him. It's 10-man. It's 10-man Viborg. We've got 40 seconds left to play. Tim De Beer with a free kick. We're going to get anything from this. Galdamez, ball upfield. Lecoq just stopped running for some reason. It's back with Lund. He's cleared it. I feel like this is the final highlight. And it's just one of those ones that's going to run the clock down to try and tease you that something might happen, and nothing's going to. Yep, I was right. Nothing happened at all. Ojo has cost us £500,000. That's not even a joke. Ojo has cost us £500,000 because he's a terrible goalkeeper. I'm going to throw a bottle at you specifically. Appeared unsure and disheartened. You literally cost us the win, mate. I don't know what you're unsure about. And that effectively confirms what I was saying earlier. £1.07 million has come into our account because we finished 3rd and not 2nd in the group. Because Ojo is a terrible, terrible goalkeeper. Looking at his attributes, he doesn't look bad, does he? He doesn't. I mean, he's not like a superstar goalkeeper. He's not a world-class goalkeeper. But as goalkeepers go for our level of football, he's probably an average goalkeeper. But he's playing... He's conceded 28 goals in 22 games. I mean, that's not good, is it? That's really not good. I know this isn't the time to talk about it, but we've got money to spend next season in theory. So, do we consider next season going big on a goalkeeper? And by big, I mean spending £500,000 on bringing in somebody who we know is going to be a very good goalkeeper. Because right now, and I say right now, for the past 5 seasons... every single goalkeeper we've had has been absolutely awful. Do we maybe go over to Hannes Sveiger? Maybe this is the option. This is what we could be doing for the final, I think, 10 games of the season? Maybe that's what we go with. He's still not good either. Probably better than our 3rd choice. But still, again, our 3rd choice, he's not awful. They're all kind of about the same. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. I'm annoyed. Even though we've gone undefeated for the 2 matches, I'm annoyed because... we should have beaten Viborg. 10-man Viborg, and we concede a stupid goal because our goalkeeper is terrible. Have I mentioned that we've got a terrible goalkeeper? Thank you very much for watching this one. If you did enjoy, like, subscribe, YouTube buttons, click things and whatnot. We've got 10 games left to play this season. I think next episode, we're just going to do all of this somehow. Not sure how, but next episode we will finish off this season, and hopefully we might be in Europe come the end of it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.